The Phantom Menace is a very disrespected film in the Star Wars franchise. The prequels aren't perfect, but I find them to be entertaining. They enhance the Star Wars brand, unlike the sequels which destroy it. That being said, here are my top 5 issues with The Phantom Menace. Number 5, we didn't need the Gungans. I'm not a Jar Jar hater. He's not my favorite character, but he doesn't annoy me like he does everyone else. I don't dislike the Gungans or the scenes with them. I just felt the whole Gungan arc was unnecessary. They could have cut that out and focused on something more interesting like Anakin's training. Number 4, we didn't need the pod racing. Again, I liked the pod racing scene, it was unique, but the whole pod racing arc took up a lot of screen time. I don't know why Qui-Gon just didn't take Anakin and his mother. What was Watto going to do about it? Nothing.
We spoke on the phone 2 days ago.
Number 3, the concept of midichlorians. I don't hate this, but it causes a problem. I don't think the Force should be something that can be measured. When midichlorians are introduced, we get into power levels, and power levels hurt the overall narrative. In Dragon Ball Z, anyone with the higher power level would dominate. It's the same concept with Star Wars. The higher midichlorian count you have, the more likely you are to win. It takes away suspense if we know definitively how strong someone is. Again, I don't really mind midichlorians, but I felt it was worthy of being on the list. Number 2, we never got too deep into the daily Jedi affairs. It would have been nice to know more about the daily routine of a Jedi. How do they conduct the Jedi Trials? Instead, that is left for comics and animated shows. We never got to see Anakin training. He was a stupid little kid in episode 1. Then he was a whiny, toxic man in episode 2.
Please don't look at me like that.
In episode 2, Anakin was already really advanced with the Force. Episode 1 could have focused on his training to get to that level. Number 1, my biggest issue with The Phantom Menace, Anakin Skywalker was too young. The Phantom Menace went too far back. I really liked the time the movie took place in the overall feel, but the prequels are all about the Clone Wars and Anakin's turn to the dark side. I enjoyed this movie, but The Phantom Menace felt like a prequel to the prequels. We didn't really need to see Anakin this young as a slave on Tatooine. It would have been better for the trilogy had Anakin been a teenager and already training to be a Jedi. On the contrary, I do like the pacing of the story of Anakin Skywalker. I just feel it was too slow to fit into 3 movies. That's why Anakin's turn in Revenge of the Sith is a bit ridiculous, and so much about the Clone Wars was left out. So the solution to that would be to cut most of episode 1 out of the prequels. You could always use flashbacks to reveal how Anakin was brought to the Jedi Temple. Those were my top 5 issues with The Phantom Menace. I did like the movie, but honestly, I think we could have got something much better had they scrapped this script and started when Anakin was a few years older. Become a knight, subscribe to the channel.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider unnatural.